Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are also going to design a happy birthday flyer for this minister using Photoshop. So let me show you what we are going to design. This is what we are going to design. We have designed the other one, so we are designing this one here. So let's go to the you can actually see the artboard here. This one is showing 1. So now I will just click on this artboard at the top. You can see all the edges are highlighted. From here I'll click on this plus because I want it to be at the right hand side. Click on plus in order to add another artboard. You can actually see if you click, the moment you click this plus, it will actually add. So let me delete the dot one. So I'm more interested on the artboard 2. So now what I will do is I will go to my gallery and then import the image, this image here. Yeah, I will import it here. You can actually see the image has background as we says. Then I want to flip it to horizontal, so I will just right click and then flip horizontal. So now what remains, I will just drag the image here. Okay, before dragging it I have to remove the background. So to remove the background I will hit over this, which is, you can actually see the moment you right click, you can see quick selection to pick it up, and then you go to this select subject. Selecting on subject, you can see the screen is loading. It will be selected. The main subject will be selected, and then we hit on. Okay, you can see the main object is selected. So you can actually hit on Ctrl G to actually remove the background. Sorry. Yeah, I will just unhide the original one, and then maybe I can hit on delete to delete it. So now what we are going to do is, let me mark my move to and then hit Ctrl T for free selection, and I will just increase the size like this. Let me leave the size to be okay. I need it to be bigger. So I need it to be like this, the size. So let's hit on OK. So I'll go to my gallery and then sorry, file manager, I'm used to gallery, sorry. Yeah, I will actually pick on this to be my background, and then I will bring it to the Photoshop. So I will expand it from here, and then in here what I will do now is I will drag this layer to the back side of the image we import. So yeah, so you can actually see the image now is at the back. So just as we normally use pixel, we drag the layers. So this one too, you have to drag the layer. So in here you can see artboard 2, artboard 1. This is what I supposed to explain before we even start, but let me explain it. This artboard 1 is for this one, this initial one, and then this artboard 2 is basically for this guy here. So now what's actually remain is for me to actually work on the image. So for me to work on the image, I will just create on this, which is layer marks, my background color, my foreground color to be black, and then I will choose this brush tool, and I will actually erase some parts. I will just erase some parts. Let me just remove and reduce the flow. Yeah. So this seems to be okay. This seems to be okay actually. Yeah, so I can actually create a new layer. Just select this move tool and then Ctrl T in order to increase the size of the image. Let me just increase the size. Yeah. So this is good, this is good. So now what remains is let's see for this layer 7. What I need to do is to hit on this plus icon, horizontal, type horizontal, and then I'll just draw a kind of box here where I'll put my writings, my birthday wishes. So I'll go to my first design and then I'll click on the knot here and then Ctrl A for selecting all, and then hit on Ctrl copy to copy it. Then go back to your design and then I'll just click paste. So it seems like we have created another layer. Let me just delete the layer. Yeah, this is not what I need. I need this. So let me just tap on it. Yeah. So here we go. Ctrl V. You can actually see now it's working fine. Yeah, so that is it. You can actually tap on this T here, and then you can see it is highlighted. You can actually adjust how it looks. So from the button here, you can click on this or this, the way you want the writings to be aligned. So that is it. If you want to change the size of the fonts, you can actually increase the size. Yeah, so that is it. So let's see. I will leave the size to be like this, and then what again? Yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. But let me see. Yeah, I don't want it to be. Yeah, this is good for the birthday wishes, and then I'll hit on create another layer. So for this layer, I will actually go with this also. So I will just write Savili. This one I don't have to copy now. Why should I copy when it's simple? So I will hit on this, and then I will go to which one should we use? Let's see, prompt. Let me see how this one works. So let me see how it works. This is too big. This is too big actually. Let's see all. Just searching for the fonts that. Okay. I can't remember I used something like old, but let me just go to the layer and pick on it. You can see cloudy bold, cloudy old style. So I can go and use it. Ctrl A, then go to select cloudy. Cloudy. Yeah, you can see it here. So but why should I make them uppercase letters? I don't have to. Oh sir, really? Yeah, so that was it. Let's increase the size. Okay, let's increase the size. So from here, properties bar, I'll go to this and then decrease the spacing in between, and I'll increase the spacing here. Let me see whether I can increase the size again. So I will just hit on OK, and then I'm using my right tool here. This is looking good, sure, but this is what this is looking good, sure. Yeah, I'll just leave it like this. I will leave it like this. So the next thing that I will do is I will just copy the text here. Okay, let me just copy this one. Ctrl J. I've copied it, and then I will just tap on it. 17. Enter. 10. And then 25. That's the date, the month, the year. Let me just reduce the size of this. I will hit on Ctrl A, and then I will decrease the size. So for the opacity, I will just decrease the opacity. Yeah, decrease the opacity a little bit, and then this person himself, I will just decrease it a little bit also. So I will just drag it along this axis here. So for this, I have to work on this. I need for let me reduce the size to be 5.5. 5.5. Hit OK. And then I'll just drag this one here. Just align it in a way that is very good for us to. Let me just drag this one too. Although this is looking so bolder, but it's actually nice for me. So the next thing that I will do is I will create a kind of shape. Yeah, we'll go to add layer, another new layer, then go to here, rectangular, to pick and draw here. Actually, see how it works. So let's say this, just yeah, this is looking okay. But for the stroke from the top, you can see the stroke size here. So I will just increase the stroke size, and then for the color of the stroke, I will just tap on it and then pick white as the color. So that is it for this. Yeah, so what remains now is I will actually work on this. Let me see. Ctrl T for free transform, and then I will just move it like this. Rotate it like this. Hit Ctrl G to duplicate the. Sorry. So let me OK it here from the top, and then I will hit on Ctrl G to duplicate the layer, and then from here you can actually see I will click on T, and I will rotate it from here. I will just rotate it like this. Why is this thing confusing me? Okay. It's like this, and you just hit OK here. It's really touching two keyboards. That is why, sorry. for that. So I can hit on OK here, and then I'll drag it around this like this. So I'll copy it again, Ctrl G to copy it, and then I would actually Ctrl T for free transform, and I'll just make it to be let's say like this, and then I'll drag it along this as this. So I need it to be at the top of each of them, so I'll drag the layer. So now what remains is actually very simple. So I'll first start on the first one, and then I'll hit over to my file manager and select the image that I will put there. So for the image, I'm going to use, let's say, this guy here. I just select it at the top of the layer. Yeah, we just kind of rotate it like this, and then I'll hit on OK. Right click, create clipping marks, and then you can actually adjust it by clicking on Ctrl T for free transform, and then move it to the direction you want. So this is okay. So the next thing is to hit on this second one, and then you go to your file manager here, and then you can use any of the picture to actually work on. So for this, I'll rotate it like this, reduce the size, rotate around this axis, and then I'll hit on a click, create clipping marks. You can rotate it from the inner. The last one here, good here, and then yeah, like this. So reduce the size like this, and then put it at the right of here. Right click, and then create a clipping marks. Okay, so you actually see how it works. So that's it for this, and then the next thing is actually to create something that will make the flyer to be a kind of good. So I'll hit over this picture here, happy birthday, and then click on it here. Yeah, you can actually select it from here. So from here I can click on yes, and then I can go to here, edit image. Okay, sorry, that's no. You can hit on image, and then you can pick the color you want, but let me go for adjustment. Should I use color loop? No. For color loop, okay. Let me just use gradients. Should I use gradients? No, let me just pick a color from this. Where's my gradient color? Okay, let me just use color overlay. So I'll drop this and then pick a kind of color that I want. Let me see. So let me pick a kind of color that I need. Let me just use this. So you can actually see the color here. So this is good to go. We are good to go actually. So if you want, you can actually erase some parts from this by clicking on this layer marks and then continue with your so that's it. So now we are actually going to create some effect. Where is it? Where is it? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? For this star, I will just drag it to the here, and then I need it to be around this axis. Reduce its size and drag it around this axis. So that now I'll go to my family manager. What did I need to do? What did I need? I will just drag this music icon, drop it here. I'm just creating I just wanted to create an effect. Hit on it, and then I'll just it. I need it to be screen. And you go on screen, so you can actually see how it works. So I can actually create a layer marks. Create a layer marks, pick the brush icon tool, and then delete. You can actually delete and clean up this marks. Yeah, I just need this one to appear, nothing more. So that's it. So I will go to here, and then I will pick some icon here. Just drag it here around this axis. I don't want it to be that big. It's just something that will create some effect here. Yeah. If I like, I will just it. Go to I will go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I maybe 3 as the blur rate. So you can actually see how blurry it is. So now what remains is for me to bring up some icons also. Let's see this guy here. Just tap on it here. Just needed to create a kind of effect on the top here. Okay, I'll go on fill Gaussian blur. Yeah. So you can actually see how it works. I will hit on Ctrl G to duplicate the layer, and then I'll drag it around this axis. Yeah. So here we are good to go. I'll just like this. So now what remains is for me to bring off a kind of light effect. Where's my light effect? See it here. I'll bring it up. I will go to here and then change it to screen. And then from this screen, I will just create the effect at the top. Yeah. Hit Ctrl J to copy it, and then I need it to be around this. Should I say this like this? No. Let's just look at some. Yeah. Let's delete it. Okay. So this one is actually okay. So I will actually create another layer here at the top. So for this layer, I'm picking a brush tool, foreground color to be, I'll just pick a brush tool, increase the size of the brush, and then I'll pick Alt in order to pick his color, and then increase the size. You hit Ctrl Alt, so that you can actually pick. So you can hit Alt here, then pick a color. From the color, you can actually, this is large, the brush size is large. So let me just dab on it here. So you can actually change it to screen or overlay. Let's say screen, dab on it, tap on this. You may not see it that much, but it's actually something that shows up. Yeah, so that's it. So that is it for this actually. So here is just how I actually design it. So you can go to from this first one here to the last one, highlight it by clicking on select and then Ctrl Alt E. Go to filter, camera roll. Surely taking time to, So you can see my two artboards here, but I'm more interested on this first artboard, the last artboard, which is artboard 2. Drop the basics and then go to exposure, increase a little bit of the exposure, contrast. You can see contrast, increase it, highlight, decrease the highlights, black. So this, it doesn't have any formula for this, but it's something that your eye can actually guide you on how to achieve it more correctly. So you can see details here. When you are done with basics, drop it down and then pick on sharpening, sharp it up. For color reduction, noise reduction, color reduction, you can actually pick it up. So for these basics, I think for this basic we are good to go with these basics. So maybe you can actually increase this vibrance a little bit. For saturation, no, I don't need any saturation unless if you are decreasing the saturation a little bit like this. Hit on OK here. It will take small minutes for it to show up, so you can actually see how it works. So now you can go to your file, export as. Yeah, so you can see your two adverts here. On height, the first one, and then the second one will appear here by clicking on it. You can go on the goods, you can pick grades, and then export your work. I don't need to write any file name, so let me just leave it as advert 2. So it has been saved. You can go to your gallery and then you can see your design from here. So you can actually see the design here. Thank you very much for your